Steppin' Out is sponsored by Zone Delivery USA. Fresh, healthy meals delivered to your door. For more information, go to zonedeliveryusa.com. Hover.com. Go to gfq.hover.com and get 10% off your entire purchase. And by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook by going to audiblepodcast.com/GFQ.
A magazine called Steppin' Out.
Steppin' Out magazine.
That's Steppin' Out magazine.
Huge crowd roar for Steppin' Out.
And Stepping Out magazine.
Tell us, viewers, what do you think of this weirdness? It's maddening, isn't it? I'm everywhere. She's holding a ejaculate.
Andrew, we still on the air? Welcome to Stepping Out Live. I'm your host, Chauncey Hayden, coming to you live from the Sapphire Gentlemen's Club in New York City, the world's greatest strip club. You could argue the former scores. A lot of people have been here, known from the Howard Stern show, really the most famous strip club in the world. People have been killed here. People have had orgasms here. People have gotten thrown out of here. People have OD here. All kinds of stories, but that's for another day. Tonight, on the broadcast, this is exciting. We have the great Lori Michaels, who we all know from Bravo, can I say it? Real Housewives of New Jersey, former or ex-girlfriend of Danielle Staub, correct? You know what you are. Also known as some people call you the Dyke Diva. Some people call you, what? What else?
Lori?
Lori. Come on, that was my line. I was building up to it, and you just stole it.
You stole it from me.
I'm the star of the show.
Yes, okay.
I gave you some material.
Sorry.
I gave you a little material. I leaked something out before the start of the show, and you stole it from me. And you weren't even going to say that it came from me.
There's no shame in my game. No.
That was outright thievery. It's exciting to have you on the show. We have a billion questions, but also on the show. This is great. I can't believe we booked you last minute. It's exciting to have you here. Now, I hope I'm pronouncing your title right. The Naked Cowgirl, right? Cindy Fox.
Yes.
But are you better known as Cindy Fox or better known as the Naked Cowgirl? What would you like to be known as for tonight?
For tonight, I am Naked Cowgirl Cindy Fox.
Naked Cowgirl Cindy, or just Cindy.
Or John.
You can call me Cindy or John.
You can call me naked, but I'm not really naked.
We are both you guys. I have so many questions. Seriously.
We can't wait.
And the door's locked, so there's no leaving. Once you're here, you're here. You know that, right?
Yes.
But before we get started, there's a lot of things I want to talk about. It's so funny. Coming into the show tonight, Shauna and I were talking, and we were exchanging secrets, right, Shauna? Wait, turn up her mic. Go ahead. How shocked were you tonight, Shauna, by our secret trading?
All I kept saying was, wow.
Was it the greatest secret you've ever heard in your life?
It really was, and it's amazing that you trust me with it, so that's great.
Yeah, we have a new relationship, right? We have a whole new relationship now. I told Shauna something so intimate and private about myself that nobody knows coming in, that even now I think I have to kill Shauna. It might have been your death warrant. I'm really debating if on the way home I have to chop you up and throw you in the river. I can't have you walk in the streets knowing that you know this about me.
I know, it's pretty crazy.
You should be a little afraid. Like, be careful what you know. and Shauna, and I can't even tell anybody, by the way, what I told Shauna, because it's so personal. It's going to come out, I think, soon. What do you think, Shauna? You think it's going to be something that's going to become a story?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to have to come out.
It's going to, right?
Yeah.
And it's going to be mind-blowing when it does.
Absolutely mind-blowing.
And people are going down.
Everyone's going to be like,
people are going to be hurt. People are going to be shocked. People are going to be hurt. There's going to be so many reactions. When this story comes out that I confided in, I never saw a show. It was an hour and a half drive in. The whole way in, Shauna just looked at me and went, wow. Wow.
Absolutely speechless. More so than usual.
Yeah, like Shauna's quiet to begin with. If you can be more quiet than not saying anything, that was Shauna coming in. Except for,
I think we got to hear this secret.
I was going to say, it's so unfair sitting here.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's a good one. It's a real good one. And Shauna told me her secret, which doesn't compare, by the way, but I think it's a great secret, and I'm allowed to say it.
Yeah, you're allowed to.
You look at how normal Shauna seems, right? She's so mild-mannered. She's so quiet. She's just, she's Shauna. She's just a quiet girl who's well-behaved, well-mannered, and doesn't do anything controversial. This weekend, Shauna went out and got a nipple pierced.
Oh,
I sure did.
Wow.
Good old lefty.
Ouch.
Was it the left nipple?
Wow.
Yep, the left one.
What was
I wouldn't have guessed that.
Yeah, right? Well, that's funny. That's what
Maybe
Shauna
a
said when I told her
tattoo,
my
but
story.
yeah, no.
She said I wouldn't have guessed that. Anything but that. So you got your nipple pierced. How much did it hurt?
It really didn't hurt that bad. I felt like it was equivalent to donating blood. That like weird pinch pain, and then that like weird burning sensation as they're collecting the blood, and then it was over.
But why? Why do that? Because you don't seem like the type. You don't have any tattoos, do you?
I do. I have just one.
You whore. What are you doing? Why are you even a part of the show? It's not why I hired you. Where's your tattoo?
On my side, but on my ribs.
What are you turning into?
I don't know. See, it's so secretive.
That's an adventurous spot.
What
to
inspired?
decide by the ribs?
What inspired the nipple ring?
Quarter life crisis. I go through this every time around my birthday. I feel like I
So
gotta
what?
do
You're
something.
turning 25?
27, so it's been a couple years. that I
27.
feel like I gotta do something.
So you had to shake things up a bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Does it feel erotic? Does it turn you on
Uh,
yet, or is it still too painful?
it's a little painful, but I have a feeling it's gonna be fun. So.
See, this is what I have. I have this.
Good Lord.
And this is what I found. This is what I found interesting. They don't do this anymore. Shauna told me they put a bar in now, right, Shauna?
They pierce with a barbell.
And the reason
now.
why they put a barbell is because, and I can understand this, you catch this thing on everything. Do any of you guys have nipple piercings? Oh, Lord, you must.
By the reaction that we had, I don't think we do.
What kind of lesbian are you? Like, I'd be so
I'm
disappointed.
not a real one. I really.
How do you not have a nipple? You're a pop singer?
I'm sorry. I just have
What?
one
What,
tattoo.
Andrew?
Why would you get that?
Like, why a lesbian and a nipple ring?
No,
Oh,
why
oh,
would
oh.
you? Why would you?
Why would I do
the
this?
tattoos? I understand, but why the nipple ring?
Didn't we just go through this with Shauna? I got the nipple ring because I'm a freak. Number one, I like pain. Sexually, I like pain. Like, I like to feel sex. You know what I mean, Cindy?
I told you were in for a good ride tonight.
I do. I like to feel sex. And there's nothing better than when you're in bed with someone or they're with you and they take your nipple and they twist it. And when you put a piercing through the nipple, it's just more erotic. Like it's like sends a chill. It sends a chill through your body.
That's probably why I don't have one.
You don't like that feeling. You're
Not the twisting thing, no.
Really.
I probably shouldn't have told my grandmother to watch this show tonight.
Is your grandmother watching?
Maybe, possibly.
Does she know that you're a
Big
lesbian?
mistake.
Because we won't talk about that if she doesn't.
Too late. I think we did.
No, but see, I know I'm a freak, but I didn't think Shauna was. That's why I was shocked.
I don't really know if it makes me a freak.
No, absolutely. It
Oh.
changes my whole. The way your opinion of me is changed right now, as I'm sure it is, my opinion is now changed.
I have to
of
say,
you.
I'm a little shocked, and not I wouldn't have expected that.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, that's why I think doing those things that you can't see because you'd never expect it. So it's like on the outside, I'm just completely normal, but underneath this shirt.
See, I think, you know what it is? Know what they say?
Well, it's the quiet
They
ones.
say it's the quiet.
Yeah.
They say it's the
Sure.
quiet ones, and it doesn't get any more quiet than Shauna.
Right.
So I'm pretty sure Shauna is pretty wild.
I thought you were going to say dominatrix, like to really shock us when you said. So
I don't know if she
the nipple
is.
thing was a little less than what I was waiting for.
Shauna, are you more sub or dom? Would you say
Sub.
you're more sub?
Yeah.
So that there you go with the nipple pain. See, I'm more sub too. It's got to be a sub thing, because I like to feel the pain, not give the pain. Right, Shauna?
This turned into a weird conversation.
Hi, Grandma.
And again, this
Yeah,
is
hi, Dad.
this is our celebrity gossip segment once again. That's why we call it stepping out of the tabloids, because you learn all the inside gossip.
I'm
Like,
in a
what?
nipple piercing heaven right now. I never knew
Yeah.
so much information.
You
about
got to be getting a
nipple
little
piercing.
turned on by this conversation, a
absolutely.
little bit. Cindy, you look like you want to run for the hills.
Well, no, well, you mentioned, the Cowgirl, the Cindy, the
Right.
fitness, as all of a sudden we didn't even go down there, but I'm also an X-ray tech. So when I X-ray people, I see all their crazy little.
It's always a problem.
freaky
I'm glad you
Yeah.
said that because whenever I go in for X-rays, they always ask me to remove this,
Only if they're.
and it doesn't come off. There's no
Yeah,
removing it.
Well, it depends on if you were getting like that area X-rayed, it
Right.
would just be in the way of what the radiologist can see.
But can't they just see a nipple ring and say, okay, that's not cancer, that's a nipple ring?
Well, there are some people they'll say, "Look, I can't take this out," but if you were getting like an MRI or something, then you'd have no choice. They would just not let you have it.
You seem so normal for a woman dressed
In a
in a
bikini.
bikini with a cowgirl hat that plays in Times Square half naked.
You know what? I forgot to change my hat. I have so many hats that
Don't
sometimes I
go
forget which one
acting
I'm
normal
wearing.
on this show. Like all of a sudden you're this brainiac and this intellectual. You're here in a cowboy hat with a guitar and you're playing Times
I
Square
am jack
naked.
of all trades. I just forgot to change. I forgot which hat I was wearing at the moment.
There's not one bit of you that's
Okay.
normal. So don't even play that with me.
Okay, I tried.
What was the other thing I wanted to talk about? Wendy Williams got kicked off Dancing with the Stars, and you guys watched that show.
I just caught the kickoff.
Do you care about Dancing with the Stars? I think it jumped the shark, personally.
As a dancer and someone that enjoys the entertaining value of
Yeah.
it, I do like the show.
You do.
I would have seen from the beginning that she wasn't going to make it far.
I see. Yeah,
I love Wendy.
She's
I
one
love
of the.
my Hangzoo and
I
Wendy,
think she's one of
but-
the ugliest people I've ever seen, and I know ugly because there's nobody uglier than me. I just had my entire people that watch this show know about my exploits over the last few weeks. I had my whole face resurfaced. We were talking about it before the start of the show. My eyes, my nose, my everything was done. I looked like a monster a couple of weeks ago. Actually, 10 days ago. What am I saying? And I've been slowly recovering. So, and if you read my column last week, did you guys read my asshole of the week last week?
No.
I made myself asshole of the
missed it.
week. I talked about why I have such
Self-proclaimed asshole of the week.
why I have such self-hatred. I have such a great hatred for my face, and I tried to have it scrubbed off.
Oh my
And when it healed, there it was again. It's still my face. So I'm wondering now, the great Dr. Clapper performed the procedure, and he's been getting so much
I'm
shit.
getting a little choked up on this story. Well,
Oh, I've been getting, people have been crying all week because
Yeah.
they read my column, and I've been telling people, don't cry for me. Don't cry for me. It's my issues with my own self. But I listen, have we all grown up with drunken parents that put their head in the toilet bowl, right? We all grow up with that kind of stuff. Where your father just like beats the fuck out of you, and
No, my dad just left before any of that stuff.
so you didn't see any violence. See, anyone who's been around a drunk parent, they have low self-esteem issues. So I'm one of those, what they call them, children of alcoholics. So I have such low self-esteem that I physically can't stand to look at myself, for real. So I tried to scrub off my face, and it was a disaster. It didn't work.
Wow.
Yeah, bums you out, doesn't it?
I'm a little bit taken left here.
Does
I have to say.
does it turn you on in any way?
And we're back, folks.
And we'll be back after this break. No, seriously. So that was my column last week.
Wow.
And why were we talking about scrubbing my face off? How did we get on this conversation? We were talking about you being an intellectual naked cowgirl.
Brainiac
Yes, that's-
We went from that. Oh, no, we're talking about Wendy Williams.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And so I'm saying I know ugly. So that's the reason why I feel like I'm an expert in ugliness, because I suffer from a lot of ugly issues. And that's one ugly bitch. That's all I want to say.
Well, we were talking about the show, and I will say that she should have been one of the first ones to leave.
Yeah. Now, Kirstie Alley, it breaks my heart when I see her, because that was
I love her.
that was a hot-looking girl.
The YP.com site is local search made.
How does somebody Andrew, it's okay, whatever. I look at her and I look at what she was on Cheers, and it breaks my heart that she could let herself get like that.
Get like
That-
that.
To become
I'm not following
the obese woman that she's
she
become.
battled with that.
Yeah, like how does that happen to somebody in Hollywood? Like what are your demons? I know what my demons are.
I was
What
just
are
gonna
his-
jump in here.
Go ahead.
You were talking about your, insecurities about
Yes.
your face or whatever. I'm a fitness person,
Mm-hmm.
but my whole thing was the body image. So I struggled with eating disorders, and
Really?
even though I stayed within a certain range, like right now, I'm not saying I'm not at the big range. That's not what I'm trying to say. But there's been times where maybe other people said, "Oh, come on, you're not fat or something." But for me, whether it was 15 pounds over my normal 20 pounds, no matter what, I would look in the mirror, and as much as other people might think, "Wow, you look great," I'm
always thought you
seeing
were fat.
something just not good enough.
Really?
Just- yeah. So it's been something that I've battled with. I mean, I'm much better
But you know
now.
what?
It's
But that's a
taken me
good battle
time.
to have, because look at you. I mean, that's something I wish I had, those demons where I had to be in the gym all the time because I always thought I was doughy. Instead, I am doughy. because I really am doing.
Well, I would be borderline. You know what I'm saying? Like other people would be like, no, you look good.
Were you bulimic?
But it wasn't. Oh yeah.
So you did the
for
whole-
like 20
you did the
years.
puking
Oh
thing?
yeah. Like I would
Really?
eat every single thing in the whole entire house and then throw it up, and then the next day I'd kill the people in my class with a crazy intense.
And how do you
clap.
throw up? What's the best way to throw up? No,
I know all the
seriously.
tricks. Well, first
Do
of
you
all,
put-
ice cream is better than pizza. Big glass of water.
But how do you get it to come up? Because
You learn.
When I don't, you know what I do? I take pens and I just stick
Oh,
them down
no,
my
no.
throat.
Oh my gosh.
No.
Is that bad?
Yeah, because then you could be in the hospital and then have to X-ray you after that. You know, that's
When-
not
take
Whenever
out
I
your
feel
nipple ring.
nauseous, I call it my vomit pen, and I keep it in my top nightstand drawer, and I really use it to vomit. Whenever I got to puke, it's my vomit pen, and
Oh,
I'll go
no.
into the bathroom and I shove it down my throat.
No,
Or
that
I'll
could
use the back of my
scratch your
toothbrush.
throat.
Or I'll use the back of my toothbrush, and put that down.
Hmm.
Any of this
Well,
turning
anyway,
you
so I
on,
could-
Lori?
I
Is
could-
any of this getting you
well,
wet?
that's why I could relate to what you're saying, and also with the her Kirstie Alley thing, or
Yeah.
any people like that. You know, sometimes it's easier for somebody who's never had that issue to look at them and like, how could they let themselves get like that? You know, but every step of the way they're despising themselves. So as much as one person might just look at them and like, God, why would they do that? You know, for every little bit that they even get better, it's still never good enough. You know, so it's just a terrible thing. But anyway, let's get happy again.
I'm looking at you. I'm listening to you talk, and you're getting more attractive by the minute. I think the puking did it for me.
See?
That was I found out strangely erotic.
Oh.
Charlie Sheen's coming into New York this week.
Oh,
Do
we
you
know
guys
that. We're
care?
all
Does anyone
excited.
care? Would you, if you had a free ticket, would you see Charlie Sheen if you had a free ticket?
Of course I would.
You would go and see the show.
Sure.
Radio City Music Hall.
Why not?
Really? How about you, Cindy?
Depends on my schedule.
Really? You think Charlie Sheen's
No,
a
I like
freak or a
Char-
cool guy?
I like him. I mean, I think
Doesn't make you sad?
I think there's some crazy things going on.
We have music.
What is that?
That was in my head. I'm hearing Britney Spears.
I was gonna say that's not my song.
Is the music on it? Oh, is this from the speakers up here? All right, see if you can turn. This is the most bizarre. Andrew does his show from here before mine. It went so smoothly, no problems at all.
Because we're here.
Thank you,
here.
Shauna. Only this show.
Interrupted by Britney. Not a bad interruption. It's okay.
So you don't think Charlie Sheen's insane?
You know, that's an extreme word, but I think that when he's able to, he has some interesting things to say for sure. And I've watched him on his TV show. I mean, I'm a fan of the 2.5 Men, and
You think he's attractive? As a lesbian, do you find him attractive?
Yes, I do find him
Really?
attractive. Yeah, I think his cocky kind of confidence.
It's not his physicality; it's his confidence and his cockiness that you enjoy.
Yeah, but he's a good-looking guy. You know.
You think so?
Yeah.
See, I look at him and I look like I see a sick man. You think he's good looking for real?
I'm talking like when I watch 2.5 Men. Like
you just don't like gingers. That's where you're coming from. You're one of those. You find me repulsive, and that was the way you. That was the only way you could tell me is by saying you find someone as worn out and as sickly as Charlie Sheen. You find him attractive. That was your way of telling me that you find me repulsive.
I've been looking forward to coming back on with you for so long.
That's
and
okay.
the night has just begun.
We're just getting warmed up.
You know.
Cindy, don't be afraid. It only gets better.
Oh, I'm not afraid.
Okay, let's do this. Let's take a break because, like I said, I have a million questions for both of you. Cindy, we'll start with you, and then we'll kind of wean over to Lori. All right? Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. What,
we're not
what could I
afraid
possibly
tonight.
ask? What could I possibly ask you
I
that would be
come here
awkward or
open,
uncomfortable?
none.
Nothing.
Not a
nothing.
question.
Okay, so let's do this. We'll be right back after this message.
It's a magazine
That's
called
okay.
Steppin' Out.
Steppin' Out magazine.
That's Steppin' Out magazine.
Huge crowd roar for Steppin' Out.
And Stepping Out magazine.
In the new issue of Stepping Out magazine.
Chauncey Hayden of Steppin' Out magazine.
Steppin' Out magazine.
Editor of Steppin' Out magazine.
I do the publicity. I do the marketing. I do the covers, design the covers. I find the celebrities to interview. I interview them. I do the photography. I shoot the models. What I might do is rub a little Vaseline on you and squirt you with some water so you have like a mist on your body so it looks like you're sweating a little bit. Every aspect of the magazine all happens here at this desk. Hold on, we got to find the camera. Give me 1 second. I'm not joking. You have the art department who most of them are on medication, and the ones who aren't on medication should be on medication.
Most see me as disgruntled, angry, pissy, negative is a bad one I hear all the time. But they're all wrong, of course.
Then you have the salespeople who really want to be rock stars, who don't want to work here.
No. I would never be a full-time
He
musician.
wants everybody else to believe he's a rock star. Dan is in his mid-40s. He dresses like he's 13 years old.
I understand that rock stars are in their 20s. I just love writing music, and the music I write is not popular music.
He's the instigator. He's the guy that pushes buttons, that gets people fighting.
Dan's aura upsets my chi. It's very bad. You could blindfold me and put me in a box, and I'll know when he entered the room.
He can be really intrusive and annoying.
They like the French fries, the plain bagels, and a ham sandwich, and maybe a cup of soup, and that's food to them. And I don't know why it bothers me. I have talks with my friends about this, like, well, what do you care what to eat? I don't know why I care. I really don't know why I care so much, but it just makes me crazy.
This is Dan's ceiling. When the people upstairs flush the toilet, Dan has to take a bucket and catch all the feces that comes out of the pipes. It's a lot of fun working here.
All right, we're back. You're listening to Stepping Out Live. Please go to so-mag.com to read Stepping Out magazine. You can see the new issue out right now with Amber Lancaster from RJ Berger. She's beautiful, right, Lori?
Yes.
Hot, smoking
Yes.
hot. You can also hear the show. Andrew, I know this is always a tense moment where I have to give the website for where people can hear the show on your URL. I'm going to give me a chance to say it because it's hard. I'm going to try. If you go to gfqlive.tv, you can hear the show. Right, Andrew?
That's perfect.
I never get there. It's so hard for me to say.
TV.
Oh, you want me to do it again?
Yes.
gfqlive.tv.
Lori could do it. How come you can't after 20 weeks?
I barely know your last name, and I work for you.
He works for me. He doesn't know my name. He knows nothing about me.
Andrew.
What's his last name? I know Andrew. It's the last name. Zarian.
What is that?
Zarian.
No.
Fuck! What is it?
Zarian.
I said Zarian.
Z-A-R-I-A-N.
Well, it's better than Zaffron. For the first
he called me
15 weeks,
Zaffron.
for the first 15 weeks, I thought I said it was Zaffron.
And then I was a bisexual vampire.
Yeah. I thought it was a bisexual vampire. Yeah. Which I still think you are, by the way. So listen, let's get into it. On the show tonight is Cindy, the Naked Cowgirl. Cindy Fox, Naked Cowgirl. The Naked Cowgirl named Cindy Fox. I don't know, but I know one of those names is correct. I'm glad you're here. Questions? First one is, when I think of the naked cow anything, I think of the naked cowboy.
Right.
Which I don't think of often, by the way. But when I do, that's who I think of. People look at you, and what do they say? Oh, that's a ripoff, or she stole his act, or what are they saying when they see you?
Well, when I first started out in Times Square, he had a lawsuit going on with an old cowgirl
It's
lady.
confusing. That's
Yes.
the other question. Not to interrupt, but that's the other thing. There's more than just one of you.
Yeah.
Right.
So the older woman that was out there, he didn't really have a problem with her, but then she was trying to market herself and sell products and use his name and all that, which was he's trademarked his name and the image. So it got to a point where she was infringing on all that, and his agent was trying to get her to comply, and she didn't, and it just turned into a big mess. So that's when I stepped in. I said, all right, give me the franchise agreement. I'm going to sign it. I'm going to become the officially licensed Naked Cowgirl. So that's what I did, and I tried to stay, pretty similar to his outfit.
So you get along with him. There's no conflict.
No conflict. But, it depends on the day of the week, but no.
You guys are.
Seriously, I'm just kidding.
You guys are partners?
Yeah, we work together.
Are you romantic?
Sometimes.
See, that's what I want to know. What is the deal? Are you guys lovers? Or
this is where it all goes downhill for you. I was in that seat. This is where. Get ready.
Is this a relationship, or what's going on between you guys? Please tell me.
Yes, he has been residing with me.
So you live together.
Yes.
That's romantic. So the naked cowgirl and the naked cowboy cohabitate together.
Yes, we do.
And have sex together, obviously.
Well, that's the way you want it to be. Yeah.
Yeah, obviously. That's what you want. And that's the arrangement that you have set up, and it seems to be working for you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is there any competition between the two of you on a professional level?
Not at all. He is famous for who he is and what he's accomplished. And by me doing this, it's helping. Not only does it promotes the idea that he is a licensed trademark.
Right.
So he will do whatever it takes to help promote me.
He's world famous.
He is.
He really is. I mean, he's been portrayed on cartoons. I mean,
people hire him all the time to promote their product. Use him to do that. So
here's a question for you. I would think, and I could be naive, but I would think that because he's known as the Naked Cowboy and he's so successful at that trademark, that it would be a feather in the cap of certain women to say they slept with the Naked Cowboy. Does he get slipped in his underwear numbers from tourists who want that experience while they're in New York to say they slept with the Naked Cowboy?
I know he probably gets gets business cards. I'm sure people put numbers because like
a male prostitute,
right?
You know?
People will put money in the guitar so they could very easily put phone numbers, cards, and all
Right.
that. And sometimes I'll see them. He'll throw them on a table, like someone threw a business card or something. Or before he had his phone number set up where it went to his manager, and there were different extensions you could get to. It used to go just right to his cell phone. And he'd get crazy messages left on that machine from guys and women.
Women who wanted to have sex with him, and guys who wanted to have sex with him.
Yeah, oh yeah, crazy stuff.
What a life! And how long has he been doing it?
Like about 15 years.
And how long have you been doing it?
Just about a year almost.
Just a year. Yeah. What tips does he give you on being the Naked Cowgirl? Does he give you career advice?
I've learned a lot from him, not just for the Cowgirl, just marketing in general, which is how you found me, because I sent you a card to Steppin' Out, and that's something that he's been doing from day one. He grabs business cards from anybody he's interacted with, and they all get a postcard. So I said, all right, fine, and it worked.
You guys do personal appearances.
Yes.
Does it cost? Do people ask for both of you together as a team? And I can only imagine it must be a fortune to have the Naked Cowboy and the Naked Cowgirl come to your event.
That's eventually what's going to be happening. Right now, people go to his website. They know who he is, and they're going to pay a lot of money to have him there.
What would it cost for me to have you and him come to my house, to come to my bedroom and play for me while I do weird things in bed?
The only thing I can say at this point is that you'd have to speak to the manager.
Lori, is that you?
She's been Robert.
She's been handling.
What would it cost me to have you and your husband sit at the foot of my bed while I do weird things and play your guitars?
I would really have to think about that. But basically, I tell everybody the same
$5
thing.
grand.
How much
$5
would my
grand.
ticket be to watch?
$5 grand for you guys to come to my house at 3 in the morning. I'll leave the front door open. You just come into my room
and just watch.
Don't let the cats out. Make sure you close the door behind you when you come in, and just start playing gentle music while I lay in bed, and you'll hear weird sounds. Don't be afraid.
Okay. Well, I will.
$5 grand.
I'll retain all of this.
Run that by Robert.
Yeah, I'm going to run that by him. I'll have his agent write up a little contract, and that's how it'll go down.
Then his agent will call me screaming.
I would like to know what it costs. You must get offers from guys. Like you probably, when you're on the street, do people say, listen, you're sexy, you're beautiful, you're the Naked Cowgirl. Obviously, you must be wild. Do they get the wrong idea and you have to put them in their place?
Honestly, I mean, of course, you get people that will make comments, like nice gestures, like, "Oh, you're hot," or this, that, whatever. Or some people would seriously kind of hover around for a little while and like, seriously, like, you want to go get some, you want to go get a coffee, so.
Stalkers, crazy people.
I try to always just joke it off and, oh, I'm busy, I'm working, or, I can't, now I have a boyfriend, like that kind of thing. And I keep on playing. And luckily, I'm surrounded by people taking pictures. So if there is someone who's trying to get too much of my attention, there's enough people around that I could.
You're safe. There's always cops.
Yes.
But you don't have to pay, to be honest with you. Like, do you need a permit to do that?
I have a permit. Yes, I do.
Is it expensive to have that permit to perform in Times Square?
It's not, depending on how it's filled out and what you're actually, like, if you're selling products and you're going to be collecting taxes, or it was a very, very, I don't know, it was a very confusing form to fill out. So actually his agent was kind of walking me through it for exactly what I need so that nobody will hassle me when I'm out there. And I did. The second day I was out there, one of the cops came up, and we have a photo on my on my Facebook of me bending over into the police car talking. Someone snapped a picture and emailed it. It's just very funny because You know,
They would love to catch you not having a permit and be able to kick you off the street.
They did. He did.
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
have a permit at that time.
So what's wrong with you?
So I didn't know exactly what I needed, and I said, well, you know what? I said they kept saying a tax ID is what they were saying, and I just brought my, I have Cindy Fox Fitness LLC. Right. It's a tax ID, New Jersey, to be, to train people and everything else that I do. So I just had to copy that in my boot just in case, and thought maybe that would work.
I didn't notice that little plug, the way you squeezed that in there.
Oh well, of course.
But wait. I have a problem, and this is my biggest problem. You call yourself the Naked Cowgirl. Your boyfriend calls himself the Naked Cowboy. There's no nudity here. It's kind of a scam. If you're going to get naked, I suggest you get naked. There's not one bit about your act that has nudity involved. So how do you get off saying that you're the Naked Cowgirl?
Well, as you know, I am just... I'm just a franchise, so I'm following what he does. And if you were to ask him, he says naked is a metaphor.
Is that how he gets out of it?
That's what he means.
Metaphor.
Like, in other words, everything's right out there. It's open. It's honest. It's just as it is. So for him, naked is a metaphor. Yeah.
How many lesbians hit on you?
Honestly,
because you're kind of a bodybuilder type. Like you're, Lori. Are you totally like turned on by Cindy? Like, is that how you got involved with her? Because I don't even know why you're here. Like, what the hell are you doing here? Like, why are you involved with? Because I went to book Cindy on the show, and all of a sudden it's like Lori Michaels. Like, what the hell does Lori Michaels have to do with Cindy Fox, the Naked Cowgirl? And then I'm like, oh, duh, Lori Michaels is a freaking raging lesbian, of course. What do you do for Cindy?
What do I do for Cindy? I'm musically managing and promoting.
Is that what she told you? Did she ask you to take your top off? Was her first one? Was like a Coco moment where she did press shots? Where you had to take your
I was like,
top
shit,
off?
I thought it was naked. Come on.
What did she do? Was it like a casting couch moment that she's going to make you famous? What did you have to do for Lori to get here, to be here on this show, to make it to this point in your career where you've made it to the Chauncey Hayden Stepping Out show? What did Lori...
Stepping Out Live.
Stepping Out Live. What did you... We don't even have a name. What did you have to do for Lori to get to this point right now? Be honest.
Well, wait a minute.
Don't even look at Lori.
I thought you came to me.
Well, we did come to you.
And you didn't know about Lori.
We didn't. That's what I'm saying. We didn't know about Lori. But obviously, you've accepted our invitation. You've made it to a certain point in your career now where you've achieved success. Lori, I'm sure, has promised you a lot of things in order to achieve what you have achieved so far.
We have promised to give all that we have to make everything we can do with this project.
Has she molested you or not? Answer the question.
Okay, has she grabbed my butt? Yes.
Okay, that's what I want to know. Lori, you've been on the show before.
Yes.
The last time you were here with, I think her name was Danielle Staub, if I remember correctly.
If I recall, yes,
she,
that's who I was
She
here.
was somebody, I'm trying to remember, I think she had a role on Real New Jersey Housewives.
Yes.
She was a vixen.
Yes.
Big scandal, the final season. She's long gone now off the show, which we'll get into that in a second.
Okay.
But the big scandal was, all of a sudden, we find out that Danielle is gay.
No, you never found out that she was
Well,
gay.
we all assumed because you guys were wrapped around each other tighter than a knot, like a pretzel. You guys were inseparable. You recorded together. You know what the rumors were, that you guys were a couple, and there was nothing to make us believe you weren't a couple. I mean, there was no announcement saying we are absolutely not a couple. If anything, there was more of a, so maybe we are, maybe we aren't, but we're just going to sit here and hug and kiss, and you figure it out. So that, you know what I mean? So it would lead anyone to believe, any half-intelligent person would assume there was something going on. What happened?
Well, there have been a few people who've wanted to know that.
Yeah, absolutely. We all want to know.
Yeah.
And that door is locked, and we'll be here until the cows come home.
And they're holding me down.
Yeah, there's no getting out of here.
To be straight with you.
Yes. No pun intended.
No pun intended. I mean, it was a complicated relationship with her, because we were talking about wearing a few hats. I wore many hats with her, and really even right now talking about it, I have no problem talking about you know, on and off TV, and you know, whatever happened. I think anyone who has worked with her in the past and the few people that know her now might agree with me. We just don't want to deal with the backlash of having to get the text messages and the chaos after we speak about her. Or so I've chosen for the last couple of months just to kind of.
I'm going to tell you what happened. You don't have to say anything, because I'm going to tell you how it went down. I believe you were attracted to Danielle Staub. I believe that Danielle Staub led you to believe that there was something possibly to develop from your friendship, that there was a chance there could be more. I think eventually you started to feel that she wasn't being, no pun intended, straight with you. And it got complicated at that point, because you looked at her, because you are absolutely 100% lesbian. That my penis would talk about vomiting. My penis would be the most sickening thing you could ever see. But you know, but the thought of Danielle's vagina was a different.
Boyfriends.
The thought of Danielle's vagina was something more pleasant for you, and when you realized that maybe she wasn't playing straight with you, it got weird, and that weirdness developed into a breakup. Am I correct? That's got to be it, right?
I cannot confirm or deny what you just said.
I think it's dead on. Cindy, what do you think?
It was a very nice.
I've given this a lot of thought.
I know.
I've stayed up at night trying to figure out what was the deal with you. Because I don't think you're the type. I don't think any real lesbian would play with that image. I think it would be an insult to lesbians, wouldn't it? I mean, if we're faux lesbian, you know, it doesn't go. Especially you, who's so respected in the lesbian community. Lesbians, your fellow lesbians, would be outraged. They'd be furious if they knew they'd be hell to pay. Yeah. Hell to pay. God knows, angry lesbians are the worst. You ever see an angry lesbian? Especially the ones with the the boxy bodies and the short haircuts and the combat boots. And I don't even mind those lesbians. Actually, I'm turned on by those lesbians. Like they could put a strap on and beat the crap out of me, and I would go for that. But I think that's what happened. I think that you started to see a different side of Danielle that maybe didn't. It wasn't a lesbian side, and you felt played a little bit. So you just said, "Listen, I think I'm being used here. I'm gonna pull out of this." And you probably had words. I'm guessing there was a heated exchange. Maybe even more than one. I'm going to guess a few heated exchanges, knowing Danielle. And finally, you guys just said, look, listen, let's just go our separate ways. And that was the end of it. Blink your left eye if I'm dead on. Blink your right eye if I'm complete. Oh, the left. All right. See, I'm right.
I'm not blinking. Those are my long fake eyelashes.
Are you friendly with Danielle now?
No, we don't speak now.
If she was here, would it be an awkward moment?
I don't think it would be awkward. I don't think there would be any tables
Andrew,
overthrown.
bring in Danielle.
Bring in Danielle. Oh my gosh. Now you know what, Sean. When again, I'm going to say this: when she was able to, there were wonderful moments with her, and it was a high or low.
I felt now this is all in the past, and if I can't talk about this, stand on your head and spin 3 times. The day I shot you and Danielle in Hoboken, I felt there was tension. Was there tension that day, or is that in my imagination?
I think there was a little bit of tension that day.
What was going on? Please.
Well, originally, and maybe.
And I mean, by the way, for the people watching, I did a photo shoot with Danielle and Lori at a Hoboken gym, and the pictures came out great. But during the shoot, and this was for Stepping Out magazine, I just felt there was so much tension in the air. So go ahead.
Well, originally, I think the story was going to include, about the music, about the song, and was the reason why. Aside from me being there as her music partner and to shoot with you, I was also there as her manager, obviously, because I had taken on that role. And I think that day it was Danielle Day. There was she just decided that oh no, it's just going to be about
there were a lot of Danielle days, weren't there?
I'm going to be the cover, and that's why
this is my day, and
which is fine, which is great. I mean, as she. That's it's her right. That's her right to say.
The tension in that room that day. I don't handle tension well, as you can tell. And my stomach was in a knot.
It was an off day for her team at that time. To a lot of we were running all around, getting things together and making sure that keep Danielle happy.
You think Pink's hot?
Pink?
That was just out of left field.
Why is everybody looking at me? Like I could control him.
I'm just curious. You think Pink's hot? Is that your type?
No. No. I mean, I do think Pink's hot. Is that
You go for Lady Gaga?
Typically my type? Typically, no.
Is Cindy your type? Like, who is your type? Like, what is your type? I can't tell with you because, I mean, do you like Butch? What? No, you don't, obviously. What do you like?
I just like to say hi to my grandma again.
Britney Spears turn you on?
Sure. She's
You find
attractive.
her sexual?
Sure, she's attractive.
Really?
Sure.
When I think of a woman, when I lay in bed and I think of a woman, I think of if I really want to have a good time. Like I'm talking about balls to the wall. I think of who's the girl with the fat lips that we did the staring contest with, Shauna? Jessica Alba.
Oh, okay,
Jessica Alba is the girl that I find most attractive. When you want to go crazy, when you're laying in bed at night and you just want to go berserk, who do you think about?
A celebrity? Which celebrity?
Yeah. Like, who's your favorite celebrity to think about?
Who do I find attractive? I don't know. There's only a few.
Snooki? Miley Cyrus? Snooki or Miley Cyrus? Which one does it for you? Honestly. You have to pick one. Snooki.
Let's. You know what? Just for shits and giggles, I'll just say Snooki for you. Okay.
You would take Snooki over Miley Cyrus? That's why you're a lesbian. You are a lesbian. Like no straight person would say that. That's such a lesbian fucking thing to say. Snooki. You find her hot?
Oh, sure.
So you like short and boxy. So Jennifer Lopez is out of the equation. So there's no Jennifer Lopez. Like she's out of the equation.
She's beautiful, Jennifer Lopez.
In a sexual way, or just a girl? I think another girl's beautiful. There's two, because girls look at girls differently. Like whenever I always love when a girl tells you another girl is pretty, because very rarely do I find that girl pretty as a guy.
Really?
What girls see pretty in another girl is usually much different than what a guy sees pretty in a girl.
Well, there's pretty and there's hot.
Yeah.
I think that's the difference.
Like a girl can look at an ugly girl with beautiful eyes and say, she's so pretty, I love her eyes, where a guy, is not going for that. But then you got some guy, and you're like, if you're a lesbian, don't you have like a man urges? Like, don't you have that aggressive sexual, like, help me with this. I don't even know what
Smack
I'm talking
them up,
about.
flip them, rub it
Don't
down.
you want to just like grab my back of the head and bang their head against the sheetrock in the room? You know what I mean? Like, don't you want to get like not the way a woman likes to be? Like Shauna, how do you like it? You like it? You like when you lay down your back and just have a guy kind of slowly grind and you just want to wrap your hands around them and enjoy it. But a lesbian wants to grab the other girl by the neck and choke her, right? Choke the life out of her. Am I wrong? I mean, this is my image. I mean, I could be. Listen, I failed human sexuality in college, so I could be completely off base here.
Talk about all the lesbians going to be coming to your door.
You better be careful how you answer those questions.
They'll be at my door. Forget it.
Cindy, let me ask you: do you find Lori attractive, or is she? You must. Have you ever had a gay experience in your life? Ever? Like one? As a bodybuilder, you're around lesbians all the time, right?
Well, wait. First of all, I bodybuilded like one time when I was 19. Second of all, I think
was it good? 19?
19. It was a teenage contest. Yes.
Really?
Yeah, I did pretty good. I didn't like that bulky look. So.
Oh, you said bodybuilding at 19.
Yeah.
I thought you said something else. I thought you said something else.
Right over my head. So
all
that
right.
brings me to my next point.
Go ahead.
Working in a gym since I was in high school. I'm sure there were probably a lot of lesbians in the locker room. I got to tell you, I had not a clue of any of them.
Really? You have no radar?
I have no radar, no.
So you wouldn't look at Lori and know that that's 100% full lesbo?
I would have not. No, as a matter of fact, I met Lori because of the Cowboy years ago, because she was in the studio where he was recording. So I had met her, and I just thought she was like hot woman. I mean, I could as a straight person
Seriously.
recognize someone who I think is attractive or hot or whatever. I mean, it doesn't mean that she would agree or that you would agree. I mean, everyone's got their own opinion.
That's shocking to me that you.
But I did not know she was.
I look at Lori, and I can just see a big vagina on her forehead. Like that's all lesbian. Like I listen. Mike doesn't even have a chance with Lori. Like, and Mike's a good-looking guy.
I've been trying.
Yeah, everybody tries. How many guys hit on you, Lori? Like all the time, right?
There are some days I have my straight days. You know.
Have you really? Are there days when you wonder what it must be like? Are there days when you just say to yourself, you know what? It's been so long. Let me just try it again. Maybe I've been wrong all these years.
Yeah, maybe just
give
this
it one
whole
more try.
lesbian thing just isn't working, and
you know,
like when you break up with a girl. When you break up with a girl, fight with a girl. Do you ever think for revenge, I'm going to sleep with a guy to get even?
No, I actually there have been a few moments that, and I don't speak for all lesbians, but for sure, in my opinion, what's happened to me when I've had those moments where I just felt like, oh, it'd be so much easier if I just were with a guy,
right.
Like just because the guy would be like, you know, I think in my head I have this kind of crazy story.
Women are needy. Women are needy.
Yeah.
Like I would be if you were my girlfriend or boyfriend, whatever we are. Like I would be so easy in your life. Seriously, you put on a dildo at night, nothing would change. Nothing would change. It would just be like it is now for you. I'd be your bitch. I would be your bitch with a penis. You'd have both worlds. My ass would be like a vagina.
But you know that goes the same way in straight relationships, though. I mean, as a woman who dates guys,
yeah,
there are guys out there that are just very needy, and it's the same.
See,
thing.
I'm not needy. I'm really not. Just tie me to the bed with duct tape and go to work, and I'll be there when you get home.
Well, I'm just saying there are some guys that are just very, you know,
that's you date guys in their underwear in Times Square.
No, I'm not referring to. I'm not referring to the cowboy.
You're hardly one to.
No, he's no. I'm not.
Does he put something in his pants? Honestly, does he put a banana or a pickle in his pants?
No, he wears 2 pairs of underwear so that it kind of just.
He doesn't put anything in there. He doesn't do anything to make himself look bigger.
No.
It's not weird for him to sign autographs for like little girls.
Well, first of all, the guitar is always covering the front, so you're not seeing that until he takes it off.
That's like the guy at the movie theater who has the popcorn on his lap. You ever see those guys?
I know.
You know what I mean? And he put the little hole in the bottom of popcorn.
Yeah, no, he doesn't do that.
Does he ever say to like someone, you want to strum my guitar? And there's like a little hole in the back of the guitar. Listen, before we let you go, I want to play your music.
Okay, good.
That's what you're here for. You're not here for this. You're here to have your music played.
But this was sure fun.
It always is.
Yes.
It's always a laugh riot. Who do you want to play first? Let's play the cowgirl first, the naked cowgirl who doesn't get naked. You might. I think you will get naked. I think it's going to cost a lot of money, but I think you would be the naked cowgirl for the right amount.
I don't know about that.
10 grand. 10 grand. That bikini's coming off at 10 grand.
I don't know about that.
I know.
She's very true to her brand.
In fact, I would say maybe not publicly, but off the air. I'm guessing I could get that bikini off for 5 grand. A briefcase, $5,000 in cash.
No, wouldn't do it.
That bikini's not coming off. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Do you know there's nothing I wouldn't do for $5,000? There's nothing you can name that I wouldn't do for 5 grand.
Did we forget this whole body image conversation we
had?
Oh
yeah, right. Well, let's play Cindy's music. We have it queued up. All right. This what's the name of the song? Give us
It's called "Ride It Like a Cowgirl."
Ride it like that's very sexual, by the way.
There is a dance that is going to be filmed. We're gonna have a dance video with it, so it's kind of a package deal. You know, it's a good song, but it's even better when it has the dance, and people are gonna hear it and they're gonna want to do the cowgirl dance.
We're gonna be auditioning for dancers for the music video. And
so you're actually looking for girls. Well, look at here. Look, Mike. I'm sure we can get all the dances they need, right? You want Sapphire girls?
Sure.
Come on, they're the most beautiful girls in the world at this
Absolutely.
club. All right, let's hear the music, Shauna. Go ahead.
Cindy Fox. I'm gonna show you how it's done. So let's ride it. Here we go. Jump it, shake it, rock and roll. Buckle up, honey. Start the show. Ride it like a cowgirl. Scream and shout. Giddy up, girl. Check it out. Jump it, shake it, rock and roll. Pucker up, honey. Start the show. Ride it like a cowgirl. Scream and shout. Giddy up, girl. Check this out. Slide it. Now dip it low. Giddy up. Whoa.
So listen, Cindy, if people want to buy this, they can get on iTunes.
Yes.
And where else? Anywhere else, or just iTunes for now?
Right now, just iTunes.
Okay. And it's called "Ride It Like a Cowgirl." Definitely some sexual undertones there.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'm listening to the words, and it's kind of like lesbo undertones. I can see two girls in bed, and this music playing, and the girl's like riding it like a cowgirl. Right? You can see that, can't you? Lori, can you see that? Now I know why Lori was attracted. Now I know why Lori signed you. Now it's all becoming clear. The whole thing is starting to make sense to me.
Lesbo song again.
Now let's play Lori. Lori has a song too. Lori, tell me about your song.
My song is called Tattletale. It's also available on iTunes right now.
And Lori's, believe it or not, people who are straight may not know this about Lori, but in the lesbian world, you are Britney Spears. Like, you are insanely famous. You could go to any lesbian bar in the world, and people know who you are. Like, your song is on the jukebox.
On the jukebox.
I don't know. Is that over now? They don't have jukeboxes anymore? Jukebox. What did I say? Jukebox? Oh, I thought. Well, I knew they didn't make jukeboxes anymore. Why you got to do that?
No,
Why?
it was cute. I'm sorry.
It's how I speak.
I just loved
it's how
it.
I speak.
No, I just loved it. Like we're in Happy Days, Sunday, Monday. You know, it just that's what I just looked. I just felt.
You know, I'm about to play a song.
I know.
And you want to go down that
cute.
road?
I'm sorry.
Am I? See, I am cute, aren't I?
Yes.
There's a cuteness to me.
There is.
That can eventually turn into sexual tension and more.
And me, yeah, okay.
Like you listen, if you ever have a girlfriend and you just want like a white pale ginger bitch, I'm the guy. Like,
I'm running
you
home now.
have my number. If you're in bed together and she just whispers in your ear, honey, do you know any white pale ginger bitches with penises, with red saggy balls that would come over? You know what? I do. I know someone just like that. Chauncey. All right, so let's play Lori's song.
Drama queen, you're killing the mood with all your problems. See, you get off my groove, 'cause you can't handle me. So what you wanna say now? Say it to my face. She's quiet. Wow. Everywhere that I go, you're up in my zone. No, it's time to take you down. You won't leave it alone, so it's time that you know. 'Cause I hate when you're around. You're the poison in my system. You talk too much, said too much.
Right now, all the lesbians listening to the show are going crazy, right? They're dancing around their rooms and they're going nuts. Lori! You don't have to be just a lesbian singer. You could be a straight singer. You're amazing. Why do you gotta do just a lesbian thing? What?
Just the lesbian thing.
All you gotta do is put a little lipstick on, set yourself up a little bit, to show a little cleavage. Come on. No, you're amazing. Like, you really are an incredible singer.
Thank you.
Both of you guys. Seriously, I'm in the presence of great talent.
Well, thank goodness.
Both physically and musically.
Thank you.
Mike, can they work here?
Absolutely.
You want a job?
I wouldn't be very good on the pole. I only enjoy watching the girls in the pole.
Could you pay any girls to watch girls? Like, can you pay Lori just to watch the girls?
That would be a good job for me.
No, this is.
Yes. I'll sit with the gentlemen in suits.
This song makes me crazy. Like, this song is definitely like you want to go rock out. Like, you just want to start going. I want to take ecstasy and just start going crazy. Like with Cindy's song, I want to do like I don't know what do they call that? The shuffle, that crazy country shuffle.
Yeah,
like
two-step.
Yeah. I want to get up on the bar and like light the bar on fire with whiskey.
Yeah.
With you, I want to be in an ecstasy craze in like a Swedish nightclub at 4 a.m. You know what I mean? Making out with like a black guy and some like I don't know, like a donkey or something. Like this is what I hear when I hear your music. Anyway, guys, I want to thank you for coming in. You were amazing. Did you have fun? It wasn't so bad, right?
No, it was great. Thank you for taking care of us and for treating us so well.
Limo ride was great coming in, right?
Yes, of
feel
course.
like
was
a
very
queen and a
nice.
queen.
Yes.
All right. Give yourself a plug. Where can people go to get all the information on you, Cindy?
You could go to nakedcowgirlfox.com, and there's links right going to my Facebook and email, as well as the iTunes songs right there. And I also have cindyfoxfitness.com, which has a lot of my fitness stuff, but they all kind of go to each other. So.
And we got to have the Naked Cowboy in.
Naked Cowboy would definitely come in, and he's also linked up to both of my websites.
Because we want to measure his penis. How big is he? Is he over 7? 8? Is he over 8? Over 9? Really? How big is he? 10?
Oh,
The Naked Cowboy is a 10? All right, we're going to have him on the show, and we'll measure. 10 seems like it's an exaggeration. We'll have him on the show. But that's what you say. That's what you say.
I will bring him back with me next time.
Oh, you're going to play it like that? No, we're done. We've done our interview. No, absolutely. You can come back, and you can bring Lori, too. Lori, where can people go to get your information or website?
Website is LoriMichaelsMusic.com.
All right.
Yeah, that's it.
So not so bad, right? I want to thank Andrew, the great Andrew, Zephron, Zarian. I want to thank Shauna Thompson, who knows a secret about me that will never be told. And I want to thank Mike Wright, the great head chief boss man here at Sapphire Gentlemen's Club, the world's greatest gentlemen's club. And, of course, Stepping Out Magazine, so-mag.com. You can read this week's issue online, and that's it. We will be back next week, and good night.